What's up, everybody? So, moment of truth. What is the main topic today? Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. As we can see, finally, Bitcoin is starting to accelerate to the upward side. We're getting some bullish momentum in the market, which is brilliant. And I cannot be happier today to see that the market's nice and green, and we are finally getting a bit of direction from I would say, was the biggest Bitcoin dump. And you know what? It was actually 2 weeks ago. And now we're actually starting to make the recovery. We will see today how far up we can go. What's the next steps? What's the right coins to do? We are going to be tightening up on stop losses. Very, very important show coming up today. So welcome to Crypto Banter. I'm Sheldon the Sniper. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Not only are you going to get TA from me every day at the 6 a.m. show, you also get fundamentals from Random Man, which is unfortunately ill at the moment, but he will be back soon, guys. Make sure you hit that like button, show some support. You know, this week's been quite difficult for the Banter team, but we make sure that we are here every day. Show some love to Fred and to Ran. We know Fred's obviously got some big battles with his parents at the moment with COVID, and let's just put some good vibes out there. The market is giving us good vibes. Let's just be good to each other and be there for each other every day. Not only do you get TA and fundamentals from us every single day, we also have the Banter bags. When we get to 500,000 subscribers, we'll be giving away Banter bags to you guys, to the community, randomly selected, and that will give you guys your chance as well for freedom. Remember, this channel is all about education. It's all about us growing together, making a difference together, and changing the world. And then from us to you guys, we then have the Sniper School. So what we have, Sniper School, free education, guys. And I'm not talking about a small little course that's just going to teach you a little bit about trading. I'm talking about the biggest and best course that you're going to get in trading, because not only is it going to be covering TA and technical analysis, which is what I do, we are going to be covering all different traders that you can get in this market, from investors to fundamental investors to yield farmers, to all of them. And we are making sure that this school is going to hit the masses. It's not just going to be these random selections. You know, we do have the next event, which is coming up probably in a month's time, where we're selecting 100 people for the school. That's where we're going to do the trial and error, make sure the school is running perfectly, and then we are sending that through to the masses. So our goal is to educate for free so that you can also pass that on, and we can have a good journey all together. So welcome, guys. I think let's get into it. The markets are getting bullish. Let's have a look. Let's see what's going on in the markets. So Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. I'm very happy to see that we are finally breaking out of this bullish trend. We've been talking about this. We're talking about this right shoulder. You know, the last 2 weeks we had the left shoulder, we had the head, and this right shoulder took a little bit more time, but it is still playing out perfect at the moment. And you can see as soon as we start breaking out of these trends, how the volume starts to come in, how the acceleration in the market starts to come. And if we actually have a look, guys, look how beautiful this green column on the right is looking with all the coins at the moment. So just because Bitcoin is obviously moving really strong, we know that the dominance is also on our side, and we can see the reflection on how the alts are reacting to Bitcoin starting to become healthy again. So what is the next step for Bitcoin? Where are we looking at for Bitcoin? Now that we have broken that, does it mean we're just going to the top? Definitely not. It just means that short term and what we've been playing out is correct. We are short term bullish still for now, and we will see as we progress. We are still going to be trading this quite actively, and we've been obviously laddering in since the 32K mark to the 36,000. We've had different buy zones, but that's where we've been getting into the market. We had a little stoppage, which was good. We ended up buying back at the zones, and we knew it was a safe buy, successful stop loss. And now we're starting to see that Bitcoin is starting to break its way up. Now, the first thing that I want to talk about with Bitcoin is now we've broken trend, right? So what does that mean? It means bullish intent is coming in. We're starting to, the bulls are showing a fight back in the market, which is brilliant. But now we still got to be aware that this was a huge drop that happened in the market, guys. It wasn't something that just happened. We can see here clearly it's not a huge time frame reversal just yet. It's a midterm to short-term reversal at the moment. So we still have to be very cautious that we don't make the mistake again, that when we are making money in the market, as we saw previously in the market, where we're making these massive gains and these coins are rallying up, that we get into the good habit of taking these stop losses and moving them up as we progress, so that at any point in the market, we're moving those stop losses at any point. We have a big correction in the market. We are getting stopped out in the top areas. And that's the sort of strategy we're going to continue to follow as we start rallying upwards. Remember, no more predicting. We don't know. The problem is with all the big guys, Elon Musk, all of that, markets change so quick, which means we got to literally trade it as it comes. And we're not going to say that Bitcoin's going to 100K. I'm not going to be that person to say that Bitcoin's going to be at 100K by the end of July or any of these sort of things. I'm sort of going to trade it as it comes. And I'm not going to say Bitcoin's going to go to $20,000 either. There's a lot that are saying they're two different varies. I can't say that. Until you break my supports, I can say we can go to 20. Until you break my resistance, I can say we can go to 50 or 100. I sort of work step for step. So the first step for Bitcoin is we have broken out. And what is the key indication to know that when we have a trend breakout and we break out of a trend, we should not come back into that trend? Which is brilliant because now it gives us some structure. Now, remember the basic concept of what we've been going through is every time that we proceed and we start making our way up, we want to make a high, a low, a higher high, a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So we are continuing in that strong momentum, which means we need to continue in that momentum as well. We should not be coming back in these trends because then it's easy for us to come back and test these support zones. So what I want us to be doing with Bitcoin is we previously had our stop losses sitting at 35,000 in that sort of region. And now I want us to be shifting that stop loss up. Now, we're not going to go too close to the trend because sometimes there's a little small wick that comes through and we continue the way up. We are going to be moving our stop loss to the $37,000 region, which means from our entries that we've been getting back into the market, we should be sitting at a risk-free zone. That's what you want in trading. First job, when you're entering a trade, remember, plan for your loss first. Where's my stop loss going? What's my risk? What's my reward? And when do I make this trade free? Once the trade is free, you raise emotion out of your trading. When you take emotion out of your trading, it becomes easy. You start treating it like a game. You get good at it. There's so many people that can get good at Candy Crush and get good at all of these games in the market. But when it comes to little things like trading, you sort of let your emotions take over and ruin these little ideas in your head. Where it's a normal game on your phone or on your Xbox or your computer, you can get really good at it because you don't play with emotion. Now treat it the same. By taking your stop loss to your entry and erasing that risk and erasing that emotion, you are then focused for the next level and where we can get, and you sort of treat it as a game and you erase the emotion. That's a very important part in trading. So first part, we're moving our stop loss to 37,000. Now we know that we should not get any lower lows. We get it in the lower low, we know we're starting to downtrend. So now we have a strategized stop loss. Now, second area, where do we see Bitcoin going? Now that we've broken out of this trend, for reversal, what do we need? The first time we had the big dump off, we had the push up, we came down, and then we tried again. What was the problem that time? It was that we didn't get the higher high. There was the high, we never got the higher high. So, community, what's the answer? Where do we need to get now next? We have to break the higher high. We need to show that we are showing reversal in the market, and we need Bitcoin now to get above 40 to the $41,000 region. Then a small retracement can happen. Then we can have a small pullback that can take us back to these entries and then continue to the next move up. The main thing is we need that higher high in play. So now that Bitcoin's breaking and making momentum, we have to get to the between, I would say 41,000. Let's have a look here. 41,000, 42, 43, anywhere in this zone will be good for Bitcoin to hit between today and tomorrow. The next 48 hours in this week, we have to hit that zone. And then we can have 2-3 days of a little bit of redness. That is normal in the market. Remember, we have higher time frame RSIs, which do need to reset at some point. And if we have a look at the daily on Bitcoin, we can see that RSI is getting there. It's getting to that high point, which means it's crunch time. I said it clearly on Twitter today. It's a make or break situation. Bitcoin, if this market is going to turn bullish again, and we're going to try to reclaim from what has happened previously, Bitcoin has to now play ball game, and we have to get to these levels. We can see that RSI is getting to the top, which means that we need Bitcoin to get to that level. Then we can have 2-3 days of getting down. We will then jump to farmers again. We'll become farmers again in the market. And then we'll be shooting our way back up to that zone, meaning that once we have got that high, let's put it into a different time frame. Once we have got the higher high, we have pulled back, we then shoot through, we break that high, we know it's safe to move our stop losses to those zones. So for now, $37,000 stop loss, and my next target for Bitcoin is between 41, 43,000, and then I can expect a small pullback in the market. And then our ultimate targets are still, we have two imbalance zones, the one that takes us to 45 to the $46,000 region, and then we have the ultimate target that we want to get to from this run. Obviously, if we break that run, we're extremely bullish. It means we're going to recover from this whole dump. That's kind of what I'm hoping is going to happen. But for now, we are not going to predict that. We're going to trade that as we move. So now we know Bitcoin is getting good momentum. We're moving, volumes coming in. Let's have a look at the dominance. Let's see where we're sitting with the actual dominance right now, because dominance is weak. And this is awesome for us. We know that the alts took a big drop in the market. But as long as Bitcoin is rallying up and it's trying to recover and dominance is falling, we are going to have these big green days for the altcoins, which is brilliant. So the altcoins are starting to get back into momentum again. They're starting to catch up for a lot of those losses. To see that Link was 1 week ago, Link was $20. It's now $32, on its way to $33 now. And its high was at $50. So we still got quite a long momentum to go, but Bitcoin fell to $30,000. It's only got to $39,000 now. And Link has gone from $20. You can see the difference that Bitcoin's made its way up 25, 30%, and Link's made its way up 50% from the low. So we can see clearly what is bouncing very, very much quicker. And that all comes from the dominance. So remember the dominance, I have these key support areas, which I've circled over here. We collapse that. It means the alts are going to completely rally as long as Bitcoin is sitting on the strong momentum. But what's happening right now? We can still see it clearly. Bitcoin rallying up, dominance falling, which means altcoins are outperforming Bitcoin when the markets are green. Now, we know at any point that if Bitcoin decides to have a retracement, decides to come down in the market, we know the alts are going to get destroyed a lot more. So we have a clear indication on how we're working. Bitcoin goes up, dominance coming down, alts are outperforming. Bitcoin comes down, dominance goes up, the alts are hurting more than Bitcoin. So the alts are going to be the more volatile coins in this next month, 2 weeks. We'll see as we progress, but that's how we are seeing the market at the moment. Now, having a look just before I get into the altcoins, it's awesome that we can actually trade the market cap. And off looking at the market cap, we had the breaker trend a few days ago. 3 days ago? And since that, we can see we are rallying. So Bitcoin hasn't made the higher high just yet. But guys, the total market cap has, which is showing us that the alts are obviously jumping quicker, but it's showing us that the total market cap, we are starting to show some recovery. We're starting to show that bullish momentum is coming into the market. And yes, Bitcoin's actually the lagging one right now. But the main thing is the whole, what can I call it? The whole actual total market cap is actually showing good recovery. And that's always a good sign for us. So the total market cap is breaking strong. I see it going and hitting this imbalance area over here first, and then a little bit of rejection. So we'll see as we progress. What I do love about the strategy is when we break a resistance trend, we then always have a support trend, which helps us keep the momentum in that we're going in. So we know at any point that that's the momentum we're moving in. And as we progress up to the zone, we can always have that retrace back to support and then continue upwards. So what does this mean? What does this whole total market cap mean? It means that from where we are now, we're looking at a 10 to a 15%. Now, the total market cap sitting now at $1.5 trillion. Now, if we make our way up to that zone, that's to 2 minutes. That's $250 billion that are going to be pushed into the coins, into Bitcoin, into all the alts. It's a lot to go. And the fact that we know that the dominance is falling, we know that a lot more is going to be going into the altcoins than in Bitcoin. So to have a look at that, we have the total 2. What is the total 2? It's taking the market cap, excluding Bitcoin. This is altcoins, guys. And we saw this clear indication that we did two days ago, the break of that trend. And we can see how the total market cap is only just starting to test these highs, but the total 2 market cap is breaking those highs. So the alts are on form. The alts are the ones that are really, really pushing. Now, same with the altcoins. I see us pushing. If we're seeing $200, $300 billion coming in to the total market cap, if we look at the total 2, and at my first imbalance zone is a 16 to 20%, I see at least 150 to 200 billion of that total amount going into the altcoins. So that's another clear indication. So as we're going into the alts now, I'm going to go into Ethereum, into all the alts now. Let's just get a quick capture of what's happening. Total market cap breaking resistance. We're starting to recover from the dump that's happened. Bitcoin, broken wedge. We are making our way up. 41 to 43,000 next test, then we're going to have a small retracement down. Stop loss for Bitcoin, $37,000. We have the dominance that's collapsing. Quickly jumping back to the dominance, I see us at least dropping to this zone, which is a good 2-3% from where we are now. That's good, but obviously we have the option of that completely collapsing and continuing down, which is very exciting for the altcoins. So we have a clear picture of the market and where Bitcoin is sitting. Now jumping to the alts, what's our leader of altcoins doing? Guys, look at that. It's a beautiful view to see that Ethereum is breaking out really, really strong. So Ethereum's already at the point of matching that high. What happened previously? We never got the higher high. We got rejected. So it's so important now for Ethereum to make its way past the $2,900 mark. We break through that. This was lifted a bit. That's the zone I see us getting to. So we break through 2,900. Then I see us getting to 3,200 to the $3,500 region, which means that Ethereum, before a decent retracement in the market, I see Ethereum at least going up another 10 to 20% in the market, which is huge. So, and then we can have obviously some sort of farming opportunity, a little retrace back down. Where's the stop loss for Ethereum? We had it previously at 2,400, 2,500. Now we have the break of the trend, which means we should not come back in that trend. So now you take that low that we made previously, and that's where your stop loss goes. 2,650 is the stop loss for Ethereum, which means from where we've been entering back into the market, it's a risk-free trade, which means erase the emotions now, trade the market as it is. So 2,650 is the stop loss for Ethereum, and my targets are 3,200 to 3,500, and then we'll have a nice farming opportunity. I don't think that will happen right away today. I think by tomorrow we'll be very close to the sort of area where hopefully we're over $3,000 by tomorrow. Let's see as we progress, and then I'll be updating you guys with the little farming opportunity. For now, we are in the market. We're not looking to exit. We're just putting our stop losses in play. So Ethereum's looking really good. And as I touch up, you know, the Ethereum dominance is starting to slow down a little bit. So we're still holding trend. The whole market is trending upwards, but it's showing that the other altcoins are starting to catch Ethereum. So that's why we can see DOT's doing 9% today. 7% from Cardano, 6% from BNB. We know that's also done very well yesterday. We can see how the alts are really pushing up, and Ethereum has done 6%. So some of the alts are outperforming, and that's how we can see this clearly, that some alts, by being in some alts, you're automatically going to be making some Ethereum, but it's just showing that it's not just being diversified. You know, when Ethereum made its way to $4,300, it was just Ethereum. Everything was lagging. It's different this time. Now everything is running with Ethereum, which is a really positive sign for the market, and that the altcoins are actually starting to outperform Ethereum a bit. So we are in really good shape with the market now, and where we're sitting with the altcoins. So guys, look at these entries. We had some brilliant get back in the market. We got stopped last week, and we made sure we got in on a confirmation bar. And this is why, guys. This is why we can see clearly that yes, we took the dump, and yes, we came in the market, but look how being a little bit patient, we knew that this little zone was going to take some time, and we needed it. But now you can see by buying the confirmation bar how we are starting to make those gains back. Now, not only are we going to make our money back from the loss, but you are going to make so much knowledge at this time that it won't happen again, and you'll make sure that you fix any mistakes that happened previously. So DOT, I still see DOT really rallying. I think it's only just got going. We do have this little resistance at $31, but I still see this zone from this rally. I see DOT really pushing its way up, especially if Bitcoin can make its way to 41,000. I see DOT going to 33 all the way up to $38. Now, if we do have a big move like that, which can take us between 55 and 77% move, we don't be shy to see a 30% correction from that. So we will have a brilliant little farming opportunity that's going to come up. For now, we are holding strong. Now, I'm not going to just, because we're accelerating too quickly, I'm going to tighten that stop loss, but not too much just yet. My main goal is to make this trade for free first. The problem is we know that any coin that accelerates very quick, there's a random wick that comes sometimes, and then it continues out. And we don't want to get stopped out for no reason. We need to be a little bit patient. So with DOT, I'm moving my stop loss to $22. We know previously it was sitting at $18, $19. We've just made the DOT trade free. Remember, guys, Ethereum, DOT, they are not entry zones right now. I will get to those shortly, of the new entry ones that we do have. They are not entry zones. Just update your stop loss, which is $22, and I'm looking at $33 to $36 as our target for DOT. Having a look at ADA, boom, we are finally starting to make good progress with ADA. We're starting to shoot our way upwards, and same with ADA, guys. ADA was a little bit laggish behind the rest, but I still see a solid 20 to 29% on this move to the upward side, and then a decent correction. So for now, where I'm moving, my stop loss now is 1.7. $1.7 is my stop loss for ADA, which means I've minimized all that risk. I still have a lot of reward to come, and I've made that trade free. So $1.7, and my targets for ADA, my first targets are 2.24 to the 2.42, which is the previous highs. We know at any point, so we'll see as we progress and as we start getting closer there. Should we hold a bit longer? Maybe we break all-time high. We'll see as it comes. The main thing is update your stop loss, and we still have a good 20, 30% to go from ADA. It is not a buy for ADA, guys. BNB, beautiful, beautiful entry. We can see here clearly since we've entered, BNB is up 25%, so it's getting strong. Same thing with BNB. 345 is my stop loss, which means we've made this trade for free now, which is good. And we also know the importance, guys. When I'm saying for free, it means that it is when we entered that had to be the bounce zone. All of these coins that we entered, that was the spot where we had to buy if the market was going to turn bullish. Now, we know that by putting our stop losses there, we are protecting ourselves, because that is the main trend that's going to take us. And anytime we break that trend, we can go back down to all these lows again. So we are making sure our stop losses also strategize, and they're not just putting any place. So $345 for your $335 for your stop loss on BNB. And I have two targets. My first one's $475 to the $520 region. If we have a look from where we are now, it's still a good 11 to 21% away. And then I have the higher targets. So how do we know which one? I'll be updating firstly. We'll see by tomorrow as we get. But if Bitcoin goes to 41,000, I see this block getting hit. Bitcoin goes to $43,000, I see that block getting hit. So we'll see as we progress. Main thing is update your stop loss, and we will see at these zones. So 475 to the $530 region, first target, and the second one's basically 600 to the $650 region. And if we get to the second one, you can see that's still a really, really good 40 to 55% coming up. BNB is not a buy right now, guys. Now, this one can still be a buy, and it is still a buy. We're just going to put a tighter stop loss on this one, which is Chainlink. So I did put on my Twitter yesterday that we are breaking trend. One coin, we've just seen it now with a lot of the coins. Let me show you again there quick. When DOT had that trend in place, look what happens when we caught it. It broke. Look how it accelerated. Sorry, guys. Internet is a little bit... Thank you, Freddie, my man. Guys, do understand we have load shedding at the moment, so we are on the generators, on the battery pack. So sometimes I'm getting a little kink in the internet. Thank you, Freddie. We got your back here, buddy. I hope you're doing good. So, guys, as I was saying, when we break this and we break these trends, you can see how the acceleration starts. Now, have a look at Link. Link has only just broken trend. So we are at that stage now where Link's time now to start hitting strong in the market is to come. So Link in this area is still a buy for me. The only thing is we are going to now make sure that we have a tightened stop loss. So what we got yesterday was a small little wick that brought us back into the trend. So now Link, anywhere between these zones, between 31.5 to the 32.6 in this region where we are currently now, is still a buy for Link. Link is one that's lagging. Am I back? Am I back? Just give me a heads up there. Can just see if we're back.
Sheldon, you're back. You're back, man. Welcome back.
Thank you, guys. I do apologize. Just bear with me with a little bit of signal problems. Let the chart just reset. Am I lagging? I see I'm also lagging. Apologies, guys. Apologies. As long as you can hear my voice and you're taking your notes as we progress. So what I was saying with Link is we had this little wick that came back down. So Link is still a buy for me. Anywhere between 31.5 to the 32.6 is still a buy zone for me for Link. And my stop loss for now will be at 29.8 at that zone. We will progress. We will move that stop loss up, make it free as we progress. So it's still a buy. Link is one that is behind and is still lagging behind the rest. And we know when we catch his on time, how quickly we start accelerating upwards. So Link is one of the buys for today. Only buy it if it's in the zone, guys. Don't buy it if it's out of the zone. Buy it in the zone to minimize risk so I can make sure we are always protected together. So Link is good. And where I see Link going is between $42 and $48. So we can have a look percentage-wise from where we are all the way between 32 and 46% up. And then a decent retracement in the market. So 29.8 is your stop loss, and between 31.5 to the 32.7, I'll give a little bit of a leeway from where we are right now, is a buy zone for Link. Just make sure you put your stop loss in, and as we progress, we will move that upwards. So Link is looking really good. Solana, guys, what a beautiful entry yesterday. Straight into the box, and we are moving our way upwards. So what I want you to do for the guys that are in Solana, it is not a buy right now. For the guys that are in though, put your stop loss at your entry points. So to see this little low here, so I'd put the stop loss around 29. Let's have a look here. 29.5 in this region over here is stop loss. We're going to give it room to do what it's got to do. And remember, we have big imbalance zones in this. So I still see Solana making its way all the way back, guys. You know, we've just had this huge dump in the market 2 weeks ago. And I see this next move taking us between $48 to the $53 region, which means it's nearly recovered that whole dump in 2 to 3 weeks. Guys, which means we all panicked and we were so worried in the market, and to see that 1 month later we could actually be back from where we were. And if it does fall a little bit short, we will farm, we will do what we got to do. The main concept is, guys, don't give up. Never give up in these damn markets. Just understand you need to make sure that you just have a plan B and you have a stop loss in play. That's the main thing. And as we progress, you will then learn the skill with me to understand that it's a lot more simple than what you think. So Solana's looking good. It's not a buy. Stop loss at 29.5 is good. And I see us getting all the way back to 48 to 52. Then we will make a decision. Is it time to sell off a little bit and do a little bit of farming? Guys, how is our Kusama move? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So Kusama is getting to the point where I'm going to look at a farming stage quite soon. Not today. It will be by tomorrow. So for now, the main thing is this one, you're moving your stop loss above entry. So 345, that's a good stop loss region for now, because you can see this one has progressed a lot quicker than the rest. So we are getting to that imbalance zone quite quickly. So from here, I see Kusama getting to 520 to the $580 region in that zone. And then a nice little pullback. So a good farming opportunity is coming here. It is not a buy, guys. Just put your stop loss at 345. We still have a good 20% to go, and then there's a good farming opportunity. So hopefully by tomorrow, we'll be in that zone, and I can help you guys farm some Kusama. Let's go through this quick. Uni, not a buy, but it's moving. It is just starting. Look how important it is to catch these early. Uni is starting to accelerate. Stop loss for Uni, 26.8. There's the low there. We should not make any lower lows by now, which means you've made the trade free. Uni, I see a lot of growth still. I see it getting all the way to $37, $41 in that region. So there's still a really good 50, 60% to come through on Uni, or call it 30 to 40% to come from Uni, and then a nice farming opportunity. 26, let's have a look at 26.5, good stop loss region, not an entry now. And obviously we're looking at the targets of 37 to the $41 region. VET, I saw a lot of questions on VET. Is it going to go? Everyone was sort of getting FOMO because Kusama was going, and is VET going to go? Their VET's starting to go, guys. So same thing with VET, put your stop loss at the 11.5 cents, good region. And VET, I still see monstrous growth coming from VET. I see it catching up another 50 to 73%. So we are in track. Not an entry right now. Put your stop loss in play. Let's have a look quickly at Matic. So Matic, I will still allow an entry because we haven't really made any lower lows and we're sort of ranging in the zone. We do know that this is a key support line that we have in play. So Matic is still an entry now. Remember, guys, Matic's done a lot of work. So by being a little bit patient with Matic, you will see that its time will come. As long as Bitcoin healthy, dominance is dropping and the whole market is green, as time is going to come, and then it's going to really start to accelerate. So Matic still between 1.75 to the 1.85, where we are more or less now, is a good entry zone, and a stop loss will be at 1.68. So minimize, it's about a 10% risk now, but we are going to lift that up as soon as we start progressing. We make our way up and we start moving, we are going to then make our trade for free. So for now, just put a stop loss. Make sure you do have a stop loss that's outside of trend, 1.68 as a stop loss. And remember, the entries between 1.75 and 1.85 is our entries. My first target is 2.34 to the 2.55, and that's if we don't break all-time high as we progress. So Matic is also the one. Link and Matic are the buys so far for today. Theta finally waking up strong. So Theta now, guys, let's put our stop losses at 7.5. Let's make the trade for free. And I still see Theta making its way to 11 to the $12.6 region, and then we'll have a farming opportunity. Not a buy right now. Just put your stop loss in play. And as we progress, we'll be moving that stop loss up. But at least Theta is waking up. The one that I do hope you guys got yesterday was T-Fuel. We spoke about T-Fuel yesterday. And since yesterday, we're up 16% since yesterday. So what I do want us to do for T-Fuel is to set your stop loss at around call it 33 cents is a good stop loss region now. T-Fuel, I see us really making good growth with T-Fuel. I think its next big rally is coming up. Not an entry now, we will get another one. But I see at least getting to 46 to 50 cent mark now, and then a little pullback and then a continuation. So just put your stop loss at 33 cents and we will see as we progress and move our way up. Now, the big talking points, Doge. Now, you saw yesterday these are the exact same blocks that I gave you guys yesterday. We are getting rejection in that zone. So I'm not going to FOMO into Doge. We know the Coinbase listing's happening, and we know that usually the event is when people sell off. So I'm not FOMOing in, but I'm definitely getting interested to buy in a bit of Doge. So I'm being patient with Doge now. And what I do have is this nice support trend that's playing up there, and that gives you a good indication. When you have a nice support trend that's guiding the bottom and you have all the support in this, it gives you, or your horizontal supports, it gives you a nice zone, which means I'm going to be patient to get Doge between 35 and 38 cents. It comes in that zone, I'm stocking up on Doge, and I'm putting a stop loss at 30 cents. Giving it some room, and I'll obviously move as we get. So keep a look at if you see Doge into those zones. I'm not going massive into it, but I am starting to build up a good Doge portfolio, knowing that Elon Musk is on a huge mission with Doge. So Doge coming up anywhere between 35, 38 cents. I do see rejection here. Don't buy here, guys. Really, no. Let's not buy here. Let's rather get more confirmation. We'll buy up in this zone. So I am getting a little bit bullish on Doge. I'm just being a bit more patient. Now, the one that I put up for you guys, I just wanted to make sure that we don't miss it, is Luna. And Luna is really starting to get some good momentum behind it now. Volume is starting to come in really strong. So I'm excited with Luna. It's done absolutely nothing. We just saw Kusama and we saw the other coins and what they have done. Look what Kusama's done since the dump. All of that growth over there. And what has Luna done since the dump? Absolutely nothing. So we have huge imbalance areas. And what's nice is we have really good growth for Luna coming up. So anywhere, like I said previously, 6.7 to the 7.3 is a good stock up zone for Luna. And I'm putting my stop loss at 6.4 for Luna. Okay, so this is another buy for today, guys. Luna's a really good buy. And growth-wise, I see 34 to 46% as the first TP. That's the first imbalance zone. And we have the second one, which is a massive even from where we are now, 90 to 111% in that region over there. So I'm stocking up on Luna. Just make sure that you do have a stop loss in play at 6.4, just to always be in case. So Luna's looking good. GRT, the graph, guys, this one has such a beautiful imbalance zone that's sitting in this area over here. So we can see clearly that the bulls are out to hunt. If this was a big drop in the market, that's fine. I can continue later on I definitely can. Next month, we can have another drop again. But they need to go fill this imbalance first. What is imbalance? It means that when the guys were selling in the market, the price, the reaction was too fast. So they never got all the sell orders that they wanted to. So what do? They send the price back there slowly, capture the rest, and then they send it back down, if it is the bearish scenario. We just got to be prepared for both. Now, having a look at that, we are catching this so early. We have just broken trend now. So the graph anywhere between 80 cents to the 84 cents region, great buy zone. And where we are setting our stop loss is back in the trend. So if we're buying between 80 to the 84 cent region, my stop loss is sitting at around 78 cents. So that's not a huge, we're sitting at a 3-4% risk. That's a good trade, guys, because look at the reward. So our risk is 3 to 4%, and our reward is between 40 to 50%. So that's huge. Now we're looking at a good 22%, a 1 to a 22 risk to reward ratio. That's a good trade, guys. And we have an exit plan. So 78 cents as a good stop loss, and between 80 to 84 cents is a good buy on the graph. My first target is taking us to $1.16 to the $1.24. In that region, we will then look for a nice little farming opportunity. Thorchain, Ruin. We are just popping out the zone right now. I just want to see a quick. Will be between 12.6 to the, let's have a look here, 13.5. So in this region is a good buy zone for Thorchain, and where we're putting stop loss is 11.8. So it's a little bit of a bigger stop loss on this region, and we will obviously crunch that up as we start breaking our way up. Now, that means we're sitting at about a 10% risk where we're taking this trade right now. And the reward is obviously between 35 to 55%. So we're sitting at a 1 to 5 risk to reward ratio. Remember, let's make this trade free. Let's minimize that risk, and then we can allow the coin to do what it needs to do. So anywhere between 12.5 to 13.5 is a good buy zone for Ruin. And I see a good 30-40% gain. And that will actually be the whole recovery from that whole dump, guys. So if we start making our way up, that means Thorchain has recovered that whole massive dump 2 weeks ago. It's recovered it in 2 weeks. And that just shows you the power of understanding that when the markets dump off, don't sell off it. Don't be the guys that sell this. Don't be the people that sell into that. You're the ones losing, because look how that goes all the way back. And then the problem happens is it gets back up here, and all the people that sold here, guess what? They buy back here. And then what happens? Then they sell down there again. Do you see the understanding that we need to be trading with the big institutions? We need to be clever and not let them take our money. There's only a selected amount of coins out there, guys. We need to fight them between each other. So let's be on the right team. So Ruin, like I said, 12.5, 13.5, good buys. Put your stop loss at 11.8, and we will progress that stop loss as we move. Now, the last one that I want to give you guys today, it's not a huge percentage of my portfolio, but it is a good portion of it. It's Arweave. We know that Rand speaks about Arweave very much. Good fundamentals and a lot of good growth. And this chart is showing me we are catching it perfectly. So we can see Arweave is in a really good buy zone. Anywhere now between $16 to $17. Great buy zone. And we're setting a stop loss at $15.7, which means where we are right now, it is an 8% risk. But our reward from where we're going now, my first TP is between 30 to 47%. And we then have the next one, which takes us, let's have a look there quick. From there, 100 to 120%. So that's a 1 to 12 risk reward ratio for the higher target, and a 1 to 5, 1 to 6 risk to reward ratio for the lower target. We will make sure we minimize that as we go. So Arweave is also in buy zone now, between $16 and $17. There it's going. It's crazy that it's starting to move, but we have great imbalance. So the chart is showing me something really good between these imbalance zones, and we know the fundamentals are good. Whew, a lot of trades, guys, a lot of action happening in the market. So quick recap. Bitcoin's broken trend. We've got to get to $41,000 to $43,000. Dominance is dropping. Ethereum is doing well. Make sure you put those stop losses in. Half of our trades that we have already taken this week should all be free right now, which means if the market dumps at any point or something big happens, we get stopped out at entry. And then guess what? We have another day to get back in and continue the journey. So all the alts are moving, and the buys for today are Link. Let's go through this again. Link, Matic, T-Net's gone. If Doge, only buy Doge in the buy zone, guys. Don't just FOMO into Doge. I know the whole world's FOMOing into it, but don't. Be the smart guy that gets it at a good price so that you have the good decision. Luna's a buy, GRT's a buy, Ruin's a buy, and Arweave's a buy. Guys, I've given you 6 trades for today. Put those stop losses in. Remember, guys, as I'm closing off the trade here, like and subscribe. Show me love, show Rand love, show Fred love. I'm here every day. And you know what, guys? We have recovered, not properly just yet, dollar-wise, but mental-wise and knowledge-wise, we are recovering very quickly. And we'll make sure that we don't go through what we went through, because I took that knock with you, Rand took it with you, Fred took it with you, everyone took that knock with you. And all that it does is send you back to your rule book and send you back to your normal things. So I hope you're learning, and I hope you're understanding that this is the crypto market. It is designed to scare the crap out of you and to actually chase you away, to get you in, give you all of your money to the market, take it away from you and scare you away. And then when everything's big and green again in a year's time, you're going to come back in and repeat the same cycle. So let's learn from this. Let's have a good day today, guys. And I will see you all tomorrow. Unfortunately, there is no 4 o'clock again today. I'm actually flying back to Cape Town tonight. I'm actually excited. I'm taking my little brother with me. He's going to see the ocean. And if we can, if there is no 4 o'clock show tomorrow, I have arranged with Rand. He has approved that I can do that educational call with you guys. So it won't be today. If we don't have the banter tomorrow, I'll be doing that call for you guys 4 o'clock. And I will see you all shortly, guys. If you're trading today, have a great day. Put your stop losses in. Enjoy the momentum and enjoy the ride we are taking. And I will see you all shortly. Remember, guys, non-financial advice.